closet. I was like, why do you film your videos in your closet? Because then I can't hear anything like buzzing around me.
Why did you want me to have the flag out again?
I don't know. I don't know. She's on.
All right, where is she?
Sorry about my ranting ties. Like,
It's all good.
you know how it is. Like when you're a perfectionist and you
Mhm.
if I'm saying this to Alex and I want him to see it, it's like. It sucks now because Eleanor Regina's and she's kind of our main. Good try. And then let's get footage of you talking.
Hi there. Welcome to Google Mountain View campus. I was requested to bring a flag out, so I don't know what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to talk to some of these folks about why they're so fearful about having conversations during their time off.
You know, I think it's really interesting is that you have a MAGA hat on today, and
Oh.
Donald Trump recently came out on Twitter the other day talking about how Google search engines are rigged.
Yeah.
So it's actually really interesting that our own president is finally speaking out against this, and you know,
Yeah. Do Google employees, do you think that they fear the American flag?
I think, you know, they're obviously more left-wing, and it's just really interesting how the president, Donald Trump, is finally speaking out against, you know, the bias that is with Google, a very large company that, you know, takes... Sorry.
Oh, good.
I think it's interesting that... So obviously Google is more left-leaning, and it's... So obviously Google is more left-leaning, as Donald Trump pointed out. So obviously Google is more left-leaning, as Donald Trump pointed out the other day. There is a leftist bias with Google. The problem with that is that Google is such a large company, and they have a huge impact on our country and the world. And so when they have a bias, it really does, in a way, rig the election system. It really does hurt conservatives or the right wing.
Yeah.
When you have such a large company that really does kind of when you have a large company that does have a huge impact on the world, have a single bias. When you have such a large company like Google that has a bias. The large fucking group of people. Fuck off, people.
Make America great again.
Thank you. When you have such a large company like Google that really does a huge impact, when you have such a large company like Google that has a huge, when you have such a large company like Google that has a huge impact on the world and has a start. You have such a large company like Google that has such a large impact on the world with a bias, it really does affect. You have a company like Google that has a large impact on the world with a bias, you're going to see a change that affects only a small portion of the world. Thank God, that's all I want to say. You have such a large company like Google with such. You have a company like Google with such. You have a company like Google with a large impact on the world playing into one bias. You're basically impacting a very.
Take 13. You want to script it?
People staring at me. It's the weird part.
You want to? Hey, come here, Astro, right? Astro.
Oh no, the dog actually helped.
Yeah. He's there.
When you have a company like Google with such a
Beautiful dog.
when you have a company like Google with such a large impact on the
You know, Will got banned for 30 days yesterday.
from here?
Yeah, I know Facebook, but it's the same conglomerate. You know, it's for saying that why when people hear monkey, why do they think of black man?
You're essentially
And
allowing
he was like, and he got banned for that.
dictate
Isn't that amazing?
That is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, 30-day suspension. That essentially shuts down his whole program. I mean, but he uses alternative, YouTube and stuff like that. But kind of just underscores the whole thing. You know, it's like, and they're smart enough. Like the retribution, it doesn't. I don't think it's like, you know, it's not What was that one, like a chamber room, or it's not like a panel of judges sitting that you vote for. It's just, how can we screw with these people? Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, hey, by the way, oh, hey, and then it's just, you don't know who's who. With so many people, probably have 10,000 people, probably I heard. Plus, they're hiring another 10,000 button pushers. I mean, censors essentially.
Yeah.
And so, the permutations of bad faith multiply. That's a bummer. So, and all we're trying to do is, I don't know.
I think this is
I don't know. That just kind of bummed me out. So he might be down there. Yeah, it's like it's being done by design. It's like to force this type of division. Like, it's all behavioral psychology. Like having 3 police officers here. Were you given a threat? No, we just want to make sure your rights are. It's like, no, you're not. You're here to. It's like it's a behavioral science thing. Like, now they have an excuse not to talk to us because there's police around. Oh, hey, where before yesterday they didn't. So when I posted that Google has fear, that they literally impose fear on their employees. Obviously, I'm James Damore, that he can't. I mean, we had people stop by yesterday.
I watched some of the, after I left you guys, I watched some of the stream.
Well, hopefully it didn't catch the guys, because then their jobs might be threatened. So there were people who came up and said, hey, glad you're here, but they didn't want to.
There was one guy who was talking to you.
In any case, yeah, hopefully he can find another job. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
It won't ever be, it might not be, the retribution might not be at that point. It might just not ever happen, but it's just this, the fact that they close that down. It's the behavioral psychology of, oh my gosh, the fear, the 1984 stuff. It's all scripted. It's just, scripted meaning analogous to making certain speech acceptable. And even when I say free speech, oh, you must be a white supremacist. It's like, no, I'm trying to protect your pursuit of happiness. And that's
I think Antifa has every right to a Twitter account. The right hates me for saying that. I think Antifa should have a Twitter account.
Yeah, I think I might help take him down, unfortunately. Well, they paint us as fascists. Literally, I have my picture of San Francisco, said I'm a fascist. Have you seen the pictures or no? Yeah, they have essentially a lineup like McCarthy.
Jean is a violent risk on the post.
Yeah. So she has the gal as a violent risk. I'll show you the Will is on the. Just people who put themselves in harm's way to keep to confront the KKK of our day. Remember how it didn't make sense yesterday?
Yeah.
And it makes a little bit more sense as far as the mechanism. That nobody wants to have KKK come on your doorstep, so they just stay away from all the black people. They want us to use separate water fountains. Just I don't know how to make the analogy, but it's essentially the same thing. Well, why don't you build your own browser? Like, you're essentially saying, why don't I use another water fountain? It's a hello, have a good day. Hey, Ben. Hey, what's your name again? Sorry.
Danielle.
Hey, remember the gal Danielle with the beautiful dog? She stopped by to say hi and I guess support us, or just stop by. That's kind of cool. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think Marco went got a flat tire, and I have a flag out, but I don't know what for necessarily. But they put up a walk barrier. Basically, they imposed a few degrees of fear. The police officers, 3 police cars as you enter. Basically, they're painting us as bad people, right? But without saying it. Oh no, we're here for make sure your rights aren't intimidated. Was there a threat? So there'll be security guards around us. Hey, we want to make sure everything's okay. I'm like, what, dude? So yeah, the process.
It's the noise control, dude. I really can't do it. This is why I do commentary in my closet.
Really? So, all right. Well, we're waiting for Marco, I think, who. Here, I'll show you a video on what the setup is. All right. Bye. What's that? No, call me back.
When a company like Google has such a large impact on the entire world and such a bias, you're essentially allowing a large corporation to dictate.
Hey, are you allowed to, sir? Are you allowed to comment on what the barriers are for? Are we expecting something? These weren't here yesterday. No, I know. I'm just asking about the job. They asked you to set up the barrier? So you, in any case, they created a cul-de-sac, which is fine. That's all good. How often are these barriers put up? These are you allowed to say how often how often do these come up? Have a good day. I'm just kind of asking that question. Yeah, have a good day.
Corporations like Google have such a large impact on the entire world, and it's just left us biased. And the problem with this is they're allowing large corporations to dictate the opinions of other people.
You want me to hold the camera for you, or you're good? No, she's not.
I fucking hate being autistic.
I know.
I hate being autistic.
I think what they do is they script it out, Ashton.
I don't script my videos.
I know you. I know. I'm just saying it's just
I have an intention, but the thing is, it's like,
no. That's your craft. My thing is yeah. They go.
no one's controlling my issues. I know what I'm saying. Like,
You do good editing. I mean, it's all good. Have you seen her? Have you seen her stuff?
people always ask me, autistic, I can't tell. Yeah, because I edit the crap out of my videos.
I think who convinced you you're autistic, I think did you a disservice. You're normal. This is what normal people do. It's within the Gaussian curve of what normal is when I grew up.
I'm on the spectrum.
That's
Like,
all.
I tested out my,
Right.
like, I'm high functioning. I have, like, a pretty high IQ. I passed IQ test really well as a kid. But, like, when they did me on the spectrum stuff, they checked out my sensory stuff. My sensories go haywire really easily. Like, right now,
We call that being young. When I was younger, like they didn't take away.
no, like, right now, you're talking to me, and, like, I'm hearing, like, 1,000 different voices, like,
Alright.
over there, over there, and over there.
Hey, Case.
Like,
That's
when I work
that's
at
cool. I
Starbucks
just.
is hell. Let's get some B-rolls, honestly. I'll do commentary at home.
I had to carry this around all day yesterday. Figured I'd try to.
Crop it a bit.
I don't know. Just I don't know. I think I just do it more for the gadgetrons than a lot of for me. Just trying to figure out what a better situation is.
Yeah, I live actually like down the road off of Ring Storefront over there. So, I live in the veterinary field.
I met James Demore when he visited Berkeley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The dude's a little like, he has no idea what's going on. He like,
I think he
just knows
does.
that he got fired, and that's all he knows.
He just found like he got a new job. I heard.
He didn't know who Antifa was until like we had to explain to them. At the
I had to get up. I didn't know until March 4th. I literally had to get up on March. I didn't believe it. Well, not that I had to verify it by my own eyes. That's the whole thing is, and people see it. You have no you're like, no way. Seriously, there's people walking around in masks with Molotov cocktails, and the police don't do anything about it.
I mean, I knew about them for a long time, but they didn't really get in the
That's
news.
amazing.
I lived in Berkeley my
Completely, that's just completely passed by my reality up until a year
I feel
ago.
like a lot of it too is the fact that that's still around.
Yeah.
I feel is what would like blow me the most is that kind of thing. Still
Well, not only that, but they lionize them for even now. I mean, just this week.
about Antifa is they think they're actually fighting a fascist. They actually think they're fighting
No,
a
they
fascist
don't.
regime.
There's
Yeah,
no
they do. Ty, as somebody who's grown up in Berkeley and was raised by Antifa people, they actually think they're fighting a fascist regime. And here's the thing, I actually sympathize with Antifa on a lot of things, because if it ever comes down to the point where like we actually are taken over by a dictatorship, I will partner up with Antifa and I will protest and I will tear down the White House. I mean, that's what our founding fathers did, let's be honest. Antifa just, they have a wrong tactic. Because instead of
guys are just standing here.
Oh, I thought we were waiting.
For what?
Oh, I don't know. Where's Marco?
Oh, they have a flat tire.
I know, but how long does it take? I thought. Well, what would you like me to do?
Walk through the campus.
Sounds good.
Talk to people.
Well, you ran off, so it's just like you had no idea what you were doing.
I'm just walking back and forth like they did yesterday.
Yeah, I thought. I don't know.
And they've been trying to get me to come back here and just stay here. And,
Well, I guess there's a place we can hang out because they created a cul-de-sac, which is kind of cool.
well, it's not happening. They want us to stay off the campus.
They want us to go to an area where no one's hanging out.
Without the cul-de-sac, we'll just keep walking. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Public areas.
Well, let's just see. Okay, this part right here is an easement, and so yeah.
So this area we're walking on right now is open. But the thing is, they don't want us to. This area right now that we're walking on is actually open to the public. They don't want us to.
The idea is to create the thing that we're to be feared. I think that the American flag is something to be like worried about. How you doing? Have a good day. Hey there. Hey, where's Aaron? Oh, okay. So what I'm paying attention to is it an intentional fear, which it seems like it is, because they set up those barriers at the end and created something that's a.
Block off the main entrance because they don't want people coming.
Or why weren't they able to communicate? Why did you put up these stanchions or whatever they call those
They
things?
didn't want people to go through the main entrance where we were standing, and they wanted us to keep standing.
Yeah.
They wanted us to stay in one area, but they also blocked off that one area to keep people from seeing our message.
See, for me, it created an area where I could essentially sit down, you know. So it worked in my favor.
Well, I've
But-
seen a lot of other protests happen where they're on the park.
Yeah.
And like there was some news article where they like was a big group and they were like legitimately camped out
Yeah.
in the park and
Right.
they had like barbecues and
Yeah.
there's like a whole news article about it and everything. So
Alright.
I think that might be what they were trying to do was get you guys to go over there.
Right. But what we're trying to do is not protest. We're trying to do the opposite of that. Create social fabric.
Okay.
That's and they, I guess, have a protocol to deal with everything at the same time. That's fine. If that's what they said. See, the thing is, there's no communication. Again, without the communication, anxiety, fear, whatever, right? 3 police cars for no reason. It's like, why? Well, when everybody shows up to walk through Google, we want to make sure that our rights are set. Has anybody been attacked at Google? Like, what's the reasonable suspicion?
Yeah.
Why deploy precious resources? And I mean, don't you have crimes to solve? I mean, if they had if there was a threat, then I want to know about it. But if there's no threat, then there's something else going on. It seems politics. So, in any case, I don't know why they want me to bring a flag out. That's like,
Oh, we lost
yeah, Gene. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just a person of good faith and just try to be transparent. Sometimes it's, well, what's Jean doing? Why does she want me to have the flag out? I could be talking with just a selfie.
Tell us what she's doing.
Right, and then she gets mad when we're not doing whatever. I said, I was like, I did the flag yesterday. Why bring it up? Oh, no, I think we should have a flag. All right, well.
Well, I feel like there was like more of you than everyone else, and it just had
Well,
this little.
You know, I think, well, I don't know why these other people got a flat tire, but again, they had a flat tire on the way
Are
here.
they still coming, or?
I don't know. Usually we're able to get more people. So I don't know if it's personalities. Plus, she's young. She's, you know, that wants to. I mean, we're all trying to do our own immersion journalism. Basically, trying to be as transparent as possible about spreading information in good faith. It seems like. Yeah. So use the tools that are. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
How's it going? Cheers. Ben was very impressed with you yesterday.
I hope so.
Yeah. Thank you for your service too. I think I heard you serve.
I was looking to talk to him again today, so I really want to just be productive with you guys again today and try
Okay.
we can work together. You know,
Sounds good.
I understand that you have a purpose, and so do I. So if we could just somehow just work together again, like we did yesterday. You know
But my purpose is to instill self-confidence in Google
understood it. I'm
and
here to help
citizens.
you. Here to help you.
Right.
So like they talked about, like the breezeways open, you guys walk.
But they
through.
shut off the breezeway at the very end.
Well, it's not. It's blocked to funnel traffic. It's not shut off. I mean.
Right, but that alone, it seems to me, okay, it's indistinguishable from a behavioral psychology or behavioral science
I understand.
tactic of instilling fear that there's something here to be worried about.
No, so that's why I wanted to talk to you. We're not trying to do that. At least I'm not. So I wanted to talk to you and just see, you know, because throughout the day I'm sure we're going to interact quite a bit.
Right.
So I'm just hoping that we could, again, just like yesterday. That's
Yeah,
all.
cool.
And you know, I can help. Just let me know. And if I need anything, I'll just come talk to you and just see if we can kind of keep it.
It seems like most of your effort should go is talk to the other employees and say, why, if you're on your break, are you fearful of talking to people who have an American flag?
Right. So like yesterday, we were talking yesterday
Just
about
trying to-
this. No, I know. So.
Well, I know, but that's really right. So, I mean, our interaction, we're supporting what you're doing,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And so we want to keep everything lawful and have laws apply equally. But
Right.
what happens is we have an example of somebody who got fired for expressing an opinion,
Okay.
and so that should have caused, when I was growing up, that would have caused outrage throughout the whole community.
Right.
That didn't happen. So something's broken.
Okay. No, again, I think we spoke about this a little bit yesterday. Okay. So yeah, I just.
So
again,
yeah, I appreciate. I understand you're on the company time, and you are doing a very professional job, and so I don't want to have you. I don't want to force you in a situation where you have to repeat the same thing over and over again. I just want to. My thing is try to cross-pollinate, and I'm spreading my bird seed.
Okay. Cool. Well, I look forward to it.
Yeah, my name's Ty. If I'm not on I was doing producing work yesterday for Ben,
Okay.
and then to a certain extent Will, because they kind of work as a team sometimes. Oh, he got banned for 30 days.
Oh, did he?
Will did, yeah, on Facebook.
Will.
The guy with the dreadlocks.
Oh, okay.
He got banned for 30 days yesterday because he said, why, when somebody says monkey, why do they think of black man? Isn't that amazing?
Yes,
But it just happened to be yesterday.
Okay. Well, if you see me walking through, I'll kind of be more active today. Just pull me aside. We'll figure things out.
I don't think that's going to be an issue, but if I can do anything to help you out, if anybody has a question from afar, I can deactivate,
Okay.
and then have them uncompress and to let them know that the American flag is something to be scared
Appreciate it.
about.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, sir.
So you can't have the American flag?
No. I covered a lot of different topics. His job was to come here and to say that his job was to be professional, and my job was to put him through the ringer. I was basically saying that we're working on the same side, and that maybe he should talk to the employees. You know, I was basically implanting thoughts on why we're here. Basically, why are
Because
Google?
I told Jean that she couldn't walk on campus. Who was that?
Uh-oh.
Google was the one, they was the one that told me that I needed to,
Stay back in the area where no one was.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah. Huh.
interesting.
Wow. That guy said
I
that?
told them I was gonna consult.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Do it a little higher.
Well, this is a public.
Hey. What's that?
Keep it up.
Yeah. Sorry. The under those trees were low hanging. We do it for our own safety. It's not necessarily. I'm not live streaming right now, but a lot of.
Safe here.
Well, I think. But you're not free here. That's why we're here.
Well,
You're not.
that's another conversation, but I'm saying.
That's why we're here.
Pretty safe.
Right.
So
I don't want to be. I want you to be free. I'm here to fight for your pursuit of happiness, not fight. I'm here to enhance. I'm here to proliferate self-confidence in other people. So that's all. Just seems like Google's a campus of fear ever since James Moore got fired, in my opinion.
I see the opposite, but that's another conversation. We can have.
Yeah, true. But just be adversarial to.
I think the entire country now is kept on fear,
Right.
24/7. But nobody Google.
Well,
Nobody Google, my friend.
no. Google helps.
Nobody Google.
Well, they.
If they don't vote for me, there will be violence. That's keeping people.
No,
in
no,
fear.
no. But Google.
Things like
Google burns information. Buries information. It's the same
They
thing.
use algorithms to hide certain links.
I work on Google search.
Okay.
They don't bury information.
Okay. So why isn't Fox News, which has triple the viewership of CNN, ranked higher than
So
CNN?
I tried because he was saying you Google Trump news, right?
Right.
And you see only the bad news. First of all, I saw that all the channels were there.
Right.
CNN, Fox News, MSNBC,
Right.
ABC News, CBS. So I believe they were covering
Why
everybody.
is it when
Right.
you search something on Google or DuckDuckGo, you get completely different results?
DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo.
I don't
Well,
know
different
how the
algorithm.
algorithm
But
works,
right. No, my point is
There's an algorithm.
just because.
How about Yahoo? Oh, Bing.
Right. Hold on.
Did you
But
check that?
just because all the news outlets say they're lockstep in the propaganda doesn't mean that that's the right
So,
that's a
let
right
me
that's
understand
relevant
this.
search.
Every outlet is locking the propaganda, but one or two.
No. Every algorithm does. Every
no,
outlet does their own thing.
What are the outlets that are not propaganda? How many?
The ones
Fox
that.
News?
No, they're all propaganda.
They're all propaganda.
They have to be.
The point is
Yeah, because
News
well, all
the
it
point
is.
the algorithms fight for a
Yeah,
bias.
right. Well, what it should be is it should be that Fox News get a rotation of 30% if they represent X number of the
They were
population.
there. When I opened the page, they were there.
Okay, well,
they were on the front. There were a bunch of channels.
It would
and there
be-
was all, Fox
It would
News.
be informative. You know, let's see if we can probably do a search right now and just see what happens.
If you just search something on Fox News,
Scratch it, I
DuckDuckGo,
just
No,
did
that's just I
30,
appreciate it.
35 minutes
Good job.
on the treadmill.
Okay, so I'm going to clear my cookies. All right. Some of this stuff is confusing to whatever. But of course, sir. We're trying here to reduce fear, and I'm trying to fight for your pursuit of happiness.
They're here to have a conversation.
Not fight, promote. I guess fight is
Very
even a
important
term.
to have a conversation.
Fight is even a term. Have a good day. Yeah, thank you. Trump news.
Okay.
What's it, current news? Is that what I say? Trump current news?
Here's another thing that I see. Every day, the president is all over the outlets. They speak about him all
Okay.
the time. That's a lot of
Right.
exposure.
Right, but today, for example, the White House released a warning on fentanyl. Okay.
On fentanyl?
On fentanyl, saying that basically it's one of the highest. We're worried that our law enforcement officers or first responders
Yeah.
might not have enough training on fentanyl. Here's
They
a
don't-
training
they're not
video.
doctors.
Well, anybody who deals with fentanyl, it could be.
Fentanyl
But
is a drug for anesthesiologists, not for police.
right, but what
So-
they're finding out is that a lot of these ODs in the urban cities
Yeah.
that it's in a lot of places. My
Yeah,
point
yeah,
is
it's part of-
my
it's
point
part of
is
the article.
that that's what caught my attention. Okay, but that's not what if mainstream media's goal is to denigrate liberty, then they are doing a job that's indistinguishable from what they're doing today
How's it denigrating liberty?
because they don't represent the Second Amendment as being a civil right equal to the freedom of speech, or the right of counsel, or to right of adjourn. Certainly it's a higher right than to vote. The Second Amendment. That's just
Second Amendment,
right.
yep.
So
They,
you know,
they
it's-
talk about that all the time.
well, they take, but they don't promote the fact that citizens should be able to carry, to be able to have the right to keep and bear arms as a civil right, as opposed to it's a permission. See, the thing is here's the difference.
It's a privilege.
The certain
think
one
it's an
side
obsolete,
right now believes that rights come from outside the state meaning government.
Yeah.
Okay. The mainstream media believes rights are granted by the state.
The right to bear arms?
Just all rights, all civil rights.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I see it. Okay, so for example, right here, Orr says Steele told him Russian intel believed they had Trump over a barrel. So this guy who's known corrupt, Orr,
Who?
is this Orr?
Known corrupt?
Known corrupt.
Who said that?
He
Who said, who proved that he's corrupt?